Hey, Billy C here, and yeah, I missed you last week. You know, I did that show up in Brantford, Ontario, and it was a great show. Me and John Robbins from Canada talk about young fighters, man, putting on a great show. Got to check it out. It's going to be available under a podcast through our site, www.talkinboxing.com. You can check it out there, or go to podbean.com, www.podbean.com, and you can check out the Ontario show. It was great. We have the audio podcast first, and then next week we'll have the video podcast. Well, listen, I'm here to talk about the Klitschko versus Ruslan Shagayev, fighting some other stuff. I was wrong, for all my listeners out there. Yes, you saw it on Twitter. You saw it all over. I predicted Ruslan Shagayev to win. He did not. And I'll tell you what, it's time for me to give credit where credit's due. Vladimir Klitschko, he's the best heavyweight out there. He's got that great jab. He's got the power. He's been refined. What can I say? You know, he's proved it to me. There's nobody else out there that's going to beat him. People are talking about David Haye. I don't think so, man. I don't think David Haye is going to be able to beat him. I think that jab is going to be too much, and he's got power in that right hand. There's no question about the power in his right hand. I mean, we have to give him credit where credit's due. You know, behind Manny Stewart, he's become a very smart boxer. Yes, he's got a weak chin, but nobody can get close to him. You know, the only person that you can think about would be his brother, you know, and that fight's not going to happen. There's nobody else as big as him with the jab that's going to be able to rough him up. I thought Ruslan Shagayev would be a little more aggressive. He was not. He did get in. He tried to throw some punches. Was not effective. Took a beating. And let me tell you something. And make sure you understand, I'm not a big fan of Klitschko, but, you know, when you see a head snapping back the way Ruslan Shagayev's head was from jabs and then getting followed by a right hand, the guy was good. Let's give him all the credit in the world. He's the best heavyweight out there, along with his brother. You know, people are talking about, like I mentioned, David Haye. I'm sorry, don't see it happening. Chris Arreola, nope, don't see it happening. Don't see any other heavyweights out there that are going to beat either of these Klitschkos. So we're in that for a while. Next thing I want to talk about is Manny Pacquiao. I've gotten some criticism about me talking about Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Bottom line is Manny Pacquiao beats Floyd Mayweather Jr. End of story. And rightfully so. Manny Pacquiao's in the driver's seat, which he should be. He's deciding whether he's going to fight Sugar Shane Mosley. There's talk about him fighting Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto did a great job in a tough fight against Joshua Clottey last week. Bottom line is, you know, at first I didn't think Pacquiao would stand a chance against Miguel Cotto, but I've kind of changed my stance on that. I think Pacquiao beats Cotto. You know, yes, Floyd Mayweather hurt his ribs. You know, people emailed me. They thought he was chickening out. He's not chickening out. Floyd Mayweather Jr. did hurt his ribs. And a sprained rib, bruised rib, cracked rib, anything with the ribs, except if you're eating them, is very painful. And trust me, you know, the guy is legit. Now my question is will he continue to fight Juan Manuel Marquez? Or is that fight going to be kicked away and you see him step in and fight a Manny Pacquiao? Right now, the three names that they're talking about for Manny Pacquiao is Floyd Mayweather Jr., Sugar Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto. Any one of those three guys, I'm sorry, at this point in time, Manny Pacquiao is going to win. So, you know, I wanted to talk about that. The other thing I want you guys to know is that you missed, if you weren't tuned into our show last week, you missed a great interview with Jerry Cooney. Yes, the Jerry Cooney, the guy that was a former world heavyweight title challenger, had a great fight with Larry Holmes, Hall of Famer. Interesting interview. If you didn't get a chance, make sure you go up on the website and check it out or play it back on a podcast. It was a great one for sure. Listen, we also got this week, we got some good fights coming up. And one of them is going to be Steve Molitor at Casino Rama in Ontario. That's a comeback fight for him. He's fighting Humberto Ruiz. Ought to be a good one. So make sure you try and check that out if you're up in Ontario. There's some other decent fights that are happening as well. Chris John, Rocky Juarez rematch. That's a good one, man. Showtime, June 27th. Make sure you check out that one. And on the undercard, Marcos Medina against Victor Ortiz. That's going to be another good fight on Showtime. And also on Showtime on June 27th, actually, the Showtime fight was they're going to have a primetime edition with Arthur Abraham. It's going to be on that. So busy weekend for Showtime. So make sure you check that out. One other thing, Herbie Hyde is going to be fighting on the 26th. Don't know who he's fighting against. I still don't. But was scheduled to, unless that's got changed. I don't know. But the bottom line is another big weekend of fighting coming up for sure. One thing I wanted to mention, I got a press release out. I'll be talking about it on my show tomorrow. Leo Nolan, he was a guest on the Talkin' Boxing with Billy C show. He was shot. Somebody tried to carjack him the other day. He was shot in the neck. They couldn't take the bullet out, and this guy's tough, man. Detroit, he got out of the hospital, and things are doing okay, but I guess he's going to get a second opinion. So that just took place late Sunday night. So I figured I'd make sure you was made known of that. Blah, 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 blah. But anyway, make sure you tune into the Talkin' Boxing with Billy C show. We got all the best people on that show that's involved with the sport. David Wilcox, John Robbins, Scotty Krause, Emily Harney, Amy Green, Marty Mulcahy is on, Mark Abrams from 15rounds.com, Joe Santoliquito from The Ring Magazine. And speaking of Joe Santoliquito, also check out my podcast of his interview with his response, the official Ring Magazine response to writers George Kimball and Ron Borges, some of the comments that they wrote about Ring Magazine. Joe Santoliquito responded on my show, and it's going to be up on a podcast this week. So check that out. And pretty much that's going to cover it. Make sure you tune in to the show this week. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff, including the Blast from the Past and our Great Fight Series, which is going to feature Bob Fitzsimmons and James Corbett. So make sure you check that out Monday through Fridays from 6 to 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, or download the podcast, or be a subscriber. Try and subscribe. It's $15 for the year. You got to do that. One last thing, in honor of my man Marty Mulcahy, I'm going to give you a little tease. This is a what happened on this day in boxing sports history. On this day, June 21st, in 1932, Jack Sharkey won a 15-round split decision over Max Schmeling to win the world heavyweight title, and that fight took place in Long Island City, New York. There you go. There's just a tease of what we do every day on the Talkin' Boxing with Billy C show. Make sure you check it out, www.talkinboxing.com. I'll spell it for you, TalkinBoxing. Until next week, ciao.